नमस्कार आप सभी को एक बार फिर आप सभी का हम स्वागत करते हैं. There was a technical glitch at our end, so apologies for the inconvenience. We'll start our session now. So now I would again like to invite CEO CARA Ms. Bhavna Saxena for her opening remarks. Ma'am.
Very good afternoon to all. Apologies once again for the technical glitch. I think we were not audible when we first started this particular session. So I welcome all of you to this session. The purpose of this session is primarily to inform you about what CARA has been doing, to engage with you, get your feedback, listen to what difficulties you are having, so that we can take appropriate measures to resolve them, and also to understand from you if there are any suggestions that can be given to improve the processes. बेसिकली हम लोगों ने कुछ काम जो अभी रिसेंटली कारा में किए हैं पैप्स के फैसिलिटेशन के लिए, उसके बारे में आपको थोड़ी सी जानकारी देना चाहेंगे. एक जो हम लोगों ने सभी पैप्स के फैसिलिटेशन के लिए स्टेप लिया है वो है ग्रीवेंस रिड्रेसल का. बहुत सारे आप लोगों के जो ग्रीवेंसेस हैं या क्वेरीज हैं वो हम लोगों के पास आते हैं हेल्प डेस्क पर, जो 8 बजे से लेके सुबह 8 बजे से लेके शाम को 8 बजे तक ऑपरेट करती है. आप लोग उस पर कॉल्स करते हैं और उस पर अपनी क्वेरीज पूछते हैं. एक हमारे पास बहुत बार कंप्लेंट आता है कि जब आप लोग फ़ोन करते हैं तो जो है वो फ़ोन या तो कंटिन्यूसली एंगेज्ड आता है या आपको उसका जवाब नहीं मिलता है. ये बेसिकली एक टेक्निकल इशू है. इसमें जो MTNL की सर्विसेज हैं वो ठीक से इस समय काम नहीं कर रही हैं. हम लोग उस पर वर्क कर रहे हैं कि जब आप लोग कॉल करें तो कॉल वेटिंग का ऑप्शन उसमें रहे. तो अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि हेल्प डेस्क पर आप फ़ोन कर रहे हैं और कोई फ़ोन उठा नहीं रहा है, तो आई वांट टू अश्योर यू कि हेल्प डेस्क जो है वो 12 घंटे काम करती है और कंटिन्यूसली फ़ोन्स उठाती भी है. अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि फ़ोन एंगेज्ड आ रहा है या रिंग जा रही है, कोई उठा नहीं रहा है, तो वो सिर्फ एक टेक्निकल ग्लिच है. उसका ऑल्टरनेटिव ये है कि आप लोग पोर्टल पे जाके, जो रजिस्टर्ड पेरेंट्स हैं वो पोर्टल पर जाके अपने कंप्लेंट्स को या क्वेरीज को या ग्रीवांसेस को रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं. हम लोगों ने एक अगेन आप ही लोगों के फैसिलिटेशन के लिए एक काम जो शुरू किया है कि बहुत सारे जो आप लोग ग्रीवेंसेस हमको रेज करते हैं या क्वेरीज रेज करते हैं वो ईमेल्स के थ्रू रेज करते हैं. अब ईमेल्स में क्या होता है कि कभी कभी उनको ट्रैक करना मुश्किल हो जाता है. अगेन वी आर वर्किंग ऑन अ सिस्टम जिससे कि कोई ईमेल भी मिस नहीं हो, लेकिन कभी कभी क्या होता है कि ईमेल जो होती है वो ट्रैक करनी मुश्किल हो जाती है. एक बार हमने आपको उसका जवाब दे दिया, हो सकता है आपने उसके ऊपर फर्दर सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन पूछा हो, तो उस सप्लीमेंट्री का जवाब आपके पास हो सकता है ना आया हो. ऐसा हो सकता है कि ईमेल्स की ट्रैकिंग में कहीं पर कोई कमी हो. वी आर लुकिंग इनटू इट, बट one additional step that we have taken and we would request you to cooperate with us on that is कि आप लोग अपने मैक्सिमम जो क्वेरीज हैं या ग्रीवेंसेस हैं, आपके कोई भी सवाल हैं या आपका कोई मुश्किल आ रही है, उसको आप कृपया पोर्टल पे जाके रजिस्टर कीजिए. वो हमारे लिए ट्रैक करना ज़्यादा आसान है. हम लोग उसका जवाब रोज़ ही सब लोग काम करते हैं पोर्टल पर, तो पोर्टल तो खुलता ही है. उसमें एक सेपरेट सेक्शन है, जैसे आपने देखा होगा क्वेरीज का या ग्रीवेंसेस का, तो उस पर हम आपको फौरन जवाब दे सकते हैं और आप आपके पुराने जवाब भी देख सकते हैं. तो मैं एनकरेज करूंगी आप सभी को कि आप ईमेल से ज़्यादा अगर हो सकता है तो पोर्टल पर अपने सवाल पूछिए और अपने ग्रीवेंसेस को रजिस्टर कीजिए. आपके रेजोल्यूशन का चांस बहुत मच हायर है एज कंपेयर टू गेटिंग अ रिस्पॉन्स ऑन द ईमेल. ग्रेजुअली वी विल बी kind of closing down on the emails and working 100% on the portal. So I would request all of you to go on the portal. That is part 1. Part 2 is that बहुत सारे जो आपके क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, स्पेशली जो सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, आप लोग हेल्प डेस्क पर फ़ोन करके पूछ सकते हैं. हम लोग कोशिश करें कि हेल्प डेस्क को हम वो सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन दें, सीनियरिटी से रिलेटेड, वेटिंग पीरियड से रिलेटेड या आपके कोई डॉक्यूमेंट से रिलेटेड. हेल्प डेस्क को मैक्सिमम इन्फॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं जिससे कि आपकी वहीं पर ही वो रिजॉल्व हो जाए. थर्ड पॉइंट जो मैं आप लोगों को बताना चाहूँगी कि आप लोग प्लीज़ किसी भी एजेंट्स के हाथों में ना जाइए. हम लोग एजेंट्स को एनकरेज नहीं करते हैं, एजेंट्स को कारा में एंटरटेन नहीं किया जाता है. अगर आपको कोई भी एजेंट आके बता रहा है, मार्केट में आपसे फीस ले रहा है और कह रहा है कि हम लोगों के कारा में कनेक्शन है और हम आपका काम करवा देंगे और आपका बच्चा जल्दी दिलवा देंगे या फाइल एक्सपीडाइट करवा देंगे, तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। ये कम्प्लीटली ऑटोमेटेड प्रोसेस है रेफरल्स का, रिजर्वेशन का, और इसमें मैनुअल इंटरवेंशन कहीं पर भी नहीं है। इसलिए अगर आपको कोई एजेंट इस तरह की गलत बात बता रहा है कि आपका केस एक्सपीडाइट हो जाएगा, तो वो नहीं होगा। इनफैक्ट वी डोंट टेक इट वेल if we have any agents moving, and we have also made sure कि कोई एजेंट्स कारा के ऑफिस के आसपास ना घूमें। थर्ड थिंग इज जो इलीगल अडॉप्शंस होते हैं, अगर आप लोग हॉस्पिटल्स में जाके पूछताछ कर रहे हैं, मैटरनिटी होम्स में जा रहे हैं, या अगेन किसी एजेंट से बात कर रहे हैं जो कहते हैं कि हम आपको बच्चा दिलवा देंगे यहाँ वहाँ कहीं से, तो आप मान के चलिए कि ये अडॉप्शन इलीगल है। अडॉप्शन सिर्फ कारा के थ्रू होता है, लीगली उसका लीगल प्रोसेस है। हमारी वेबसाइट है, आप वेबसाइट पर जाइए, उसको पढ़िए, उसके रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस। कोई डाउट है तो हम लोगों को फ़ोन करके पूछ लीजिए, पोर्टल पे रेज कर दीजिए अपना क्वेरी, और लीगल अडॉप्शंस ही कीजिए। इलीगल अडॉप्शंस में जो लोग गए हैं उनको बाद में बहुत परेशानी भी हुई है, बच्चे उनके पास से ले लिए गए जब पता चला, केसेस रजिस्टर हुए और वो लोग उन बच्चों से हाथ धो बैठे। इसीलिए ज़रूर थोड़ा सा वेटिंग टाइम लॉन्ग है, लेकिन उस वेटिंग टाइम के थ्रू अगर आप गुजर जाएंगे तो आपको परफेक्टली लीगल अडॉप्शन करने का मौका मिलेगा। कृपया करके बच्चों की सेल, परचेज, working through agents, getting children who have not come to you through CARA or through the right process of Juvenile Justice Act, उस तरह के किसी भी चक्कर में आप लोग प्लीज ना पड़ें। अगेन एक हमारे पास बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट इशू आता है इंटर कंट्री अडॉप्शंस का। इंटर कंट्री अडॉप्शंस का प्रोसीजर बहुत ही क्लियर है। अगर आप लोग चाह रहे हैं कि हमसे एनओसी मिले कारा से आपको बिना प्रोसीजर को फॉलो किए, तो वो नहीं हो पाता है। रूल्स बहुत क्लियर हैं, दूसरी कंट्रीज इसमें इन्वॉल्व हैं, इसलिए हम उसमें प्ले अराउंड बिल्कुल नहीं करते हैं और कर भी नहीं सकते और करना चाहते भी नहीं हैं। इसलिए आप लोग इंटर कंट्री अडॉप्शन में जब भी कोई बच्चा अडॉप्ट करते हैं, उसे दूसरी कंट्री में रीलोकेट करना चाहते हैं, तो आप प्लीज़ उसको फॉलो कीजिए प्रोसीजर को। ये सारे प्रोसीजर्स की इंफॉर्मेशन हमारी वेबसाइट पर अवेलेबल है, और बाकी हेल्प डेस्क पे आप फ़ोन भी कर सकते हैं। जो कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि रिजर्वेशन जो हैं वो 48 आवर्स में नहीं कर पाते हैं लोगों, कुछ पैप्स की कुछ क्वेरीज होती हैं मेडिकल रिलेटेड। तो मेरा सजेशन है कि अगर आपको रिजर्वेशंस करने हैं बच्चों के, तो फर्स्ट यू रिजर्व द चाइल्ड, देन यू रेज द क्वेरी ऑन मेडिकल दिस थिंग। डू नॉट से दैट देयर वाज अ मेडिकल doubt, therefore we did not reserve the child, and now the same child should be referred back to us. That cannot be done. So with these initial remarks, I would rather listen to you now. Just a few things that I wanted to say before we start this session. So I would encourage you to kindly ask your questions now. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। मैम ने काफ़ी डिटेल में जो भी हमारे पास मेजर क्वेरीज आती हैं पेरेंट्स की तरफ से और बाकी स्टेक होल्डर्स की तरफ से, उनको एड्रेस किया है। एंड जो हम पहला सवाल देख रहे हैं, आई थिंक वो मैम की इनिशियल रिमार्क में एड्रेस भी हो गया है। सो हम आपको इनकरेज करेंगे कि आप लोग अपने जो भी सवाल हैं वो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में डालें। आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द व्यूअर्स टू काइंडली ड्रॉप देयर क्वेश्चंस इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. And we had a comment saying to make it in English, so that would not be entirely possible. So we will try to keep switching, and it depends, जिस भी भाषा में सवाल आएगा हम कोशिश करेंगे कि उसी भाषा में उसको एड्रेस किया जाए. So we also have with us senior officers of CARA who will be addressing the queries today. So with this, we are going to take our first question. Mr. Rajesh Kapoor is asking, if a person adopts or gives a child without any legal process, what is the legal action on that? Ma'am.
If a person adopts or gives a child without any legal, well, it is an illegal adoption. And violation of the Juvenile Justice Act. FIR is registered. People are arrested. The children are sent back are taken from their custody and sent back to the child care institutions, from where they are once again brought into the adoption and referral cycle. The legal action is initiated in all such cases.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is from Ms. Vedehi. Grievance redressal is not working. There is no response for weeks and months. Moreover, you have stopped providing the last referral dates. We have to rely on informal WhatsApp group and Facebook group to know the current referral dates.
So first, may I know who is the administrator, who administers the WhatsApp group or the FB group? Because certainly it is not administered by CARA. So whoever is maintaining these groups or answering on these groups is certainly not a CARA person, and therefore I really don't know what information they are sharing with you. Kindly do not join such WhatsApp groups. They are unauthorized. They would not have any right information to share with you, or a Facebook group. The only channel from where you can raise your queries is a Carings portal and also our help desk or emails to us. We will respond on that. Again, your question that they are not answered for weeks together. I think help desk phones are lifted. Queries are emails are responded to. If you have any specific this thing which is not answered, please let me know. You can send it to me again, giving a reference of the Facebook live session, and we'll see whether it has been pending with us for weeks together. But normally, to my knowledge, we monitor the help desk and the queries on the portal very regularly. Also at my level, not only at the level of my officers, but at my level also on a monthly basis. And weeks together, I would not say. I mean, maybe there's a delay of 2 or 3, but please let me know in case there is any particular case. You can refer that to me.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is from Bhavin Shah. Now, CARA allows us to get referral from only a few states depending on where we live and not adopt from entire India. I am open to adopt from entire India. How to opt for that? If not allowed, what is the meaning of All India rank?
I would like to answer this. Okay, I'll answer it.
See, the idea of doing a state-based referral was also based on our Hague Convention and a JJ system, which says that the child should be placed within the own socio-cultural milieu. So the referral based on state preference and the localized state preferences based on the mother or the father's states are based on that theory, on that principle that the children have to be placed within the socio-cultural milieu. Now, the All India rank that you're talking about are the old parents who have registered, where the preference was given for selection of a child from All India basis, which was a previous decision based on our 2017 adoption regulations. Now, the new regulations, since it has come in force since 2022, the whole idea of state-based referral based on the parents, either fathers or mothers' state from where they belong, has come into effect. This is primarily to look into placing the child within their own socio-cultural milieu. Earlier, 2017 regulation made it possible for a child who was in Northeast to be placed in a family who was in Tamil Nadu, for example. A parent could choose a child from any place in the country. So a Tamil parent could also get a child from Mizoram. That was possible. Now with the new adoption regulation, that has been relooked into, and this is also based on the principle of best interest of the child. So that when a child from Tamil Nadu is placed with a preference of a parent from Tamil Nadu, there is no linguistic barrier and the adjustment of the child is better. So that is the idea.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope you have got your detailed answer. Next question is from Miss Reema Kundu. Dear Madam, we registered on 19/11/2021 in 0 to 2 years age group. After almost 4 years, we received our first referral yesterday, but we noticed an age discrepancy between the CSR and MER reports. The CSR mentioned the child is under 2 years, but the MER indicates an age of 3 years. We request clarification on whether this referral qualifies as our first referral due to age mismatch.
We'll have to check on this particular how that maybe it is just a typographical mistake, maybe it's a real mistake. We'll have to check on that. Kindly just mail to us this particular case so we can check and get back to you. You can also call the help desk and leave your registration number with us, or you can leave your registration number here in the chat box also. We can check on that.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to the next question. Uh, Mr. Rajesh Kapoor is asking a follow-up question. Can the adopter change the name, caste, and religion of the child?
Yes, it can be done.
Yes.
It can be done.
Ma'am, this is the answer. 2 as per JJ Act, Section 2.
So as per JJ Act, my team tells me that as per JJ Act, Section 2, Clause 2, uh, that when the adoption, after adoption, the child becomes the lawful child of the adoptive parent with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that are attached to the biological child. So yes, once the child is adopted and becomes legally your child, the name, caste, religion, etc., can be changed as per the specifications of the adoptive parents. That can be
Thank you,
done.
ma'am. Next question is from Mr. Benjamin James. Can you please share about the NOC process and timeline? If you could provide your answer in English, I would greatly appreciate it. So he's asking NOC process and timeline.
Inter-countries. Vinita ji.
Okay.
I'm asking my deputy director to answer this particular question.
If you're talking about inter-country adoption, and once the matching etc. is done, ideally the the NOC would be issued within from CARA within 10 days, but it also depends on the papers being correct. For USA cases, Article 5 would be a requirement, and we also see that some of the documents have not yet been received. Am I right, Pramod Pushkarji? Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is again from Ms. Vaidehi. The agent business is growing. I'm hearing many cases where agents are tying up with the agencies and are putting healthy baby at special needs.
Vaidehi ji, if you know of any such agents, please let us know. Kindly share details. We will take action on them. As far as CARA office is concerned, we have banned entry of all agents. Those who try to come here, we do not entertain them. We have told that action will be initiated. Agent business is something that is just not entertained or permitted by law. आपके पास अगर ऐसी कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन है, आप मुझे कॉल कर सकते हैं, आप मुझे मेल कर सकते हैं. इफ यू वांट टू मेंटेन कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी, मेरी ईमेल आईडी वेबसाइट पर अवेलेबल है. काइंडली शेयर दीज डिटेल्स विद मी. कहीं पर भी अगर ऐसा हो रहा है, आप ही नहीं और भी किसी अगर पैप्स जो यहाँ पर आज इस सेशन में उनके पास एजेंट से रिलेटेड अगर कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन है, काइंडली शेयर कीजिए. वी विल डू अ क्रैकडाउन ऑन द एजेंट्स.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And again, as suggested by ma'am, Ms. Vaidehi, it would be a great help to everyone if you could share the details of such incidents. Next question is from Kimberlyn Mari. We are an overseas PAP living in India. We were told a number when we applied. We waited 3 years watching the number religiously. We then talked to you and we were told that the number does not apply to us. We wasted 3 years. They told us that we would probably wait for another 3 years. This affected our family, and this misinformation continues to be a problem.
Uh, Kimberly ji, we will need your details, please. I'm not able to recall offhand what your case might be or to whom you might have spoken. If you can send an email to us or if you can register it as a grievance on the portal, we will look into the details of the case as to why this thing has happened. It should not have happened, but if it has, do share details. We will revert to you for sure.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question, again from Ms. Vedehi. Please clarify why CARA has stopped providing referral date. Only month and year is being shared.
Is that so? Is that so? Have we
Just like to tell you, earlier we were showing you the dates of when where you exist, but
thing is that these dates are fluctuating. It is a dynamic data. So the parents were saying, see, today my date is like let's say May, and next day when you check it becomes let's say 30th April. So why from May I'm shifting back to April? But it is a dynamic data. So whenever you select, every parent gets three chances actually. So if a pair uh, who's getting a second chance, his date of registration might be prior to you. So the date goes back to the seniority date goes back. So it was creating confusion. So it was decided that we'll just show you the month and the year where you stand right now, so as to have less of
That is
confusion.
true. Yeah, thank you, Rituji. I think that is the right answer to this. So what, as Rituji has said, this is a dynamic system. What happens is that every parent after referral gets about 48 hours to reserve the child and to complete the process in 30 days. So during that period, you know, the seniority goes up and down. Then if people do not reserve the child, then again that, you know, it goes up and down. So there are minor variations, but if we tell you that today this is your seniority and after 2 days it might be lower and somebody else's might be higher because they got a referral based on their preferences, it will create confusion. And then it looks like, you know, something is happening here, whereas it is a very, it's an automated process. So to stop this confusion, we are indicating the month to you so that, you know, by and large your seniority is maintained. But what I can assure you, even if you don't have the exact date, which actually might not be of much use to you, what you would need is a referral timely and reservation within 48 hours. This kind of detail may not really help you. So just to avoid that confusion, we are now sticking to the month.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next question is from Mr. Chandra Mohanji. I have a query. After adoption, if the related documents of the infant need to be attested, will the adoption agencies attest that documents? Out of attestation, yeah.
I think
Any
adoption order
document.
itself is a legal order which no further attestation is required. That is a perfectly valid legal document.
And SARs are not authorized to attest any document because it is a registered.
Yeah, so SARs are also, my team tells me SAR is anyway not authorized to attest any documents, one. And two, there is no requirement of attestation because adoption order is a legal document which is self-sufficient.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is from Shiv Prasad ji. How do we seek help from CARA on Saturday and Sunday when referral comes on a Friday?
Uh, that's a good question. Let us try and find a way to help you.
That's a valid.
Yeah,
Yes.
I understand it's a valid question.
It's a valid input that we
Yeah.
need to work on.
Yeah, while CARA may not be able to pick up, but definitely SARs are operational and DCPUs are.
Occasionally, ma'am, they can just reserve the child and then raise their query later on. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we would like to inform you that you need to reserve the child within 48 hours. And if you have any query regarding the child or MER or CSR, then on the next working day, CARA can help you, or you can also intimate the concerned stakeholder like agency. So the important thing is that you need to reserve the child, and later on, if it comes to you on Friday, you reserve the child, and on Monday next working day, you can contact CARA, or agency is always available with you.
But what about, you know, if they reserve a child and they lose a referral?
Ma'am, anyway they have to reserve it.
Anyway, they will have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to the next question. Ms. Barna Biswas is asking, the waiting time was 3.5 years, but it has stretched to 3.9 years approximately. Why is it taking such a long time? Is there any chance once zone-wise referral starts, it can speed up?
See, the reason why the periods are long, the waiting periods are long, is because there are not enough children, one, not enough children in the adoption pool. That is reason number one. Reason number two is that the preferences of the parents is only for a very specific kind of child. For example, more than 80%, and I'm understating it, want children from 0 to 2 category age. Now, if everybody wants a child between 0 to 2 category, and the children in the adoption pool are from 0 to 18 years of age, then there are always children who are left who are not going into the adoption pool. So this too much. There's a very high demand for a certain kind of children or certain age category of children, and not enough children in that age category. I would say I'm happy that there are not enough children, in the sense that, okay, that means we have lesser number of orphan children in the country, less number of surrendered children in the country, less number of abandoned children in the country. So it is not a distressing figure. What might be distressing is that these children are there, but they are not being reported. My effort is in the direction that if there are any such children, they come into our system. See, when we talk to while it appears, I know many of you are under the impression that it is CARA which gets the children into the child care institutions. It is CARA which does the registration. It is CARA which does the makes the children legally free from adoptions. No, CARA is a national level organization which monitors the functioning of all these matters in the states. Finally, it boils down to the states, boils down to the district. So if there is a district, let us say any X district, okay, in X district, if the district agencies do not register any orphan children, then it will not come into our pool. CARA is an organization with a handful of people which monitors and facilitates the process of adoption once the children are in the pool. To get more children in the pool, we work with the states, and we are continuously working with the states to make sure that more and more children are brought into the pool. Now, states have their own challenges at the ground level, as in all cases, as all schemes, all issues, there are ground level challenges. We facilitate them, we help them. The moment the children come into the adoption pool, CARA comes into the picture, where we start facilitating the process of adoption. So yes, effort is to inspire, motivate, monitor that more children are brought from the states or from the districts or from the ground level into the adoption pool, that the agencies responsible, for example, the child care institutions, they register more number of children, they do proper medical examination of the children, so that your grievances related to medical and health issues do not arise. We work with the child welfare committees to make sure that children are made legally free from adoption. We do all that. Coming back to your long waiting periods, what we are apart from monitoring etc., I will talk about two more things where you can reduce your waiting period. One, the children who are there in the adoption pool, they get referred as per the preferences of the PAPs. So if you have a preference for 0 to 2 years of child, and a child of this age is available, immediately it is referred to you. So really, if it really depends on your preference. So if your preference is, let us say, from 15 to 18 years, I think your referral time or waiting time would be reduced to a very, very short duration, because more children of this age group is available. So the age group of children, your preference, gender preference, age preference, etc., decides the waiting period. But yes, the longest waiting period is for 0 to 2 years, because that is the maximum preference. It's really about what you want. My request is that kindly consider adopting older children. And by older children, I mean 6 to 18 years of age. Those children are also young. I'm sure those who are waiting to adopt have seen children in their families. Is 7-year-old child such an old child that cannot be adopted? In fact, it is my experience from interaction with PAPs is that when the older children are adopted, they are far more attached to their parents, far more grateful to their adoptive parents, because they remember the lives of previously in the childcare institution and the beautiful life that you are able to give them. So those children remain very, very attached to their parents, and they are just children. They just need as much love, attention, and care as a 2-year-old child or a 3-year-old child. How is a 12-year-old child needs different from needs of a 2-year-old child or a 3-year-old child? One. Secondly, how much more affection you can give to that child who needs it more. Older children need it more. They have felt its absence, and when you adopt an older child, they respond to that love which you are able to give to them. Third option that we have is foster care. Suppose you have any doubt that you are not sure whether you will be able to adjust or adopt an older child, take the older child in foster care. So foster care, you can take the child home just like your adopted child, take care of that child, and after 2 years, if you feel that yes, we have aligned very well, and you are able to form a bond with that older child, you can then go for adoption. Now there is no waiting period for this foster adoption period. So my request is, kindly consider older children, consider foster adoption, and lastly also, and not the least, consider adoption of special needs children. So there are many, many special needs children. If you look at from their perspective, and I am here to look at the interest of children and needs of the children. The special needs children are there in the childcare institutions. They see, many of them are not very seriously challenged. They have minor challenges, but they get categorized as special needs children. They live in the same institution where normal children live. And when they see that normal children get adopted and go out of the institution, and they are still waiting for years together, waiting for perhaps to someone to come and adopt them, it's a very heart-rending situation. You would be doing someone great. You will be bringing so much joy to the life of some child by adopting a special need child. They very, with very little care, very with lot of love and very little care, you can really bring lot of happiness to their lives of special needs children and to your own lives, and really serve yourself. I will not say serve anybody else. By taking care of a special needs child, you will be really serving yourself. So kindly consider these as well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think long waiting period and less number of children has been a long-standing grievance of our PAPs. So thank you for giving such detailed answer and suggestion to the parents. जो हमारा पहला लाइव था उस पे काफ़ी सारी क्वेरीज आई हुई थी और हम कोशिश करेंगे कि वहाँ से भी क्वेश्चंस लें। अभी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि जो अभी हमारा ये सेशन हो रहा है आप वहाँ पे फिर से अपने क्वेरीज डाल दें so that it would be easier for us to take the questions. And there were repeated requests to make the session in Hindi and English both. So I would request the experts to keep the answers brief and if possible, make it bilingual. So our next question, our next comment is from Jaideep ji. Respected team, thank you for the nice initiative. Looking forward to such more sessions. My query is, Child referral is given on seniority number or date of registration. We registered in 2022.
Child referral is given based on the date of registration. Actually, the day you complete, you post all your documents which are required. So that date is considered, and based on that date, your seniority is managed for referral. Let's say if you registered in 21, but you uploaded all your documents later by within 6 months or so. So the date you complete your documents, then your date of seniority is considered as such.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is from Ms. Sangeeta Khurana. What is the procedure of foster care adoption? If registered for adoption, can we still go ahead for foster?
ओके तो संगीता जी मैं यहाँ बताना चाहूंगी आपको कि अगर आप अडॉप्शन के लिए रजिस्टर्ड हैं और रजिस्ट्रेशन के साथ साथ आप फॉस्टर केयर में भी रजिस्टर करना चाहते हो तो वो पॉसिबल हमारे साथ नहीं होगा। आपके पास एक ही ऑप्शन रहेगा, या तो आप अडॉप्शन के लिए रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं या फॉस्टर केयर के लिए। इसके साथ साथ मैं ये बताना चाहूंगी, जैसा कि आपने पूछा फॉस्टर केयर एडॉप्शन, तो हमारी मैम ने भी जैसा बताया कि आप कोई भी बच्चा फॉस्टर केयर में ले सकते हैं, और अगर उसकी कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट होती हैं अगर आपका बच्चे के साथ मैचिंग और कोऑर्डिनेशन सही रहता है। और फॉस्टर केयर में एक बात मैं यहाँ पे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंटली ये बताना चाहूंगी कि जो भी बच्चे आप फॉस्टर केयर में लेंगे वो लीगली फ्री फॉर अडॉप्शन नहीं होते हैं। आप उन्हीं बच्चों को ले सकते हैं जो लीगली फ्री फॉर अडॉप्शन नहीं है। तो इसके लिए हमारा फॉस्टर केयर अडॉप्शन में जाने के लिए जो रिक्वायरमेंट रहेगी, वो फॉस्टर केयर में बच्चा 2 साल तक आपके साथ रहना चाहिए, बच्चे और आपका जो कोऑर्डिनेशन है वो अच्छा होना चाहिए, और तीसरी रिक्वायरमेंट यहाँ ये रहेगी कि एलएफए होना चाहिए। तो अगर कोई भी बच्चा आप फॉस्टर केयर में रहते हैं और ये तीनों रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी हो जाती हैं, उसके बाद आप वही बच्चे को फॉस्टर अडॉप्शन में ले सकते हैं।
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। एडिंग टू इट, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट संगीता जी कि आप कारा की वेबसाइट पे जाएं और मॉडल फॉस्टर केयर गाइडलाइंस वहाँ पे हैं, आप एक बार उनको भी रेफर करें, क्योंकि जो लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट होता है उसकी एक अपनी इंपॉर्टेंस होती है। तो हम प्रोसीजर जो है वो एक एक चीज़ यहाँ शायद उतने डिटेल में ना बता पाएं, बिकॉज दिस फोरम विल नॉट अलाउ अस दैट टाइम. So I would request you please visit the CARA website, and in case you have further queries, you can always get back to us. Next question is from Hariram Ramesh. Does HSR need to be renewed while a profile is on hold if the validity expires during the hold period? What is the maximum duration of hold?
There's no hold period.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no hold period. Basically, the parents who are registered with CARA, they are in a queue for adoptions as per your date of registration, as per your preferences, seniority, etc. The child is referred to you. If you reserve the child within 48 hours, the further procedures take place. There is no process of holding a PAPS profile. There is no such law, does not allow us to have any such putting on hold any such profile. If you are prepared for adoption, you register yourself, you will get the referral. If you are not prepared for adoption for some reason, or not ready for adoption for whatever reason, then if a referral comes to you, you pass that referral. 3 referrals will come to you. You can pass on all 3, and then you get to the bottom of the list, or you can deregister yourself, and as and when you are ready, you can come back into the process with a fresh registration.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope that answer your query, Mr. Hariram. Next question is again related to foster adoption, and I think Poonam has already answered that. Is foster adoption available for children of all age groups or only older kids?
It's available from children from 6 years to 18 years of age. Younger children up to 6 years of age go for adoption and not for foster care.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is from Mr. Mithilesh K. Yadav. In the intercountry adoption, how many children maximum can be found, even if you have special need children? If one fulfills the child criteria of PAPS, if there is a biological child between the process after the apply, then that parent can be given a child in the adoption. सर आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप जिस भी लैंग्वेज में कंफर्टेबल हैं आप अपना सवाल उस भाषा में आप लिख सकते हैं, क्योंकि अभी मुझे लग रहा है जो आपकी क्वेरी है वो हम तक सही तरीके से पहुंच नहीं पा रही है। तो मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि आप अपना जो क्वेरी है वो फिर से रीड्राफ्ट करके, अगर आप हिंदी में कंफर्टेबल हैं तो हिंदी में, अगर आप इंग्लिश में कंफर्टेबल हैं तो इंग्लिश में आप प्लीज उसको दोबारा से डाल दें। अगला सवाल है अश्विनी कुमार बत्रा जी का। Lots of NGOs, child care institutions are not reporting children to CARA for the reasons best known to them, probably due to quantum of donations they receive on the basis of number of children held by them.
See, as per the Juvenile Justice Act, all the child care institutions, one, they have to obtain a license from the ministry, they have to be registered themselves, and as soon as a child is referred to them by the child welfare committee, they have to immediately upload the details of that child on the caring website, so that child is then, the process of making the child legally free from adoption commences. अगर ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है, तो अगर आपके पास कोई पर्टिकुलर इन्फॉर्मेशन किसी भी एनजीओ, चाइल्ड केयर इंस्टीट्यूशन या सा के बारे में है, आप प्लीज़ हमसे शेयर कीजिए, हम लोग उसको इनिशिएट करेंगे उसके ऊपर एक्शन। बाकी जो साराज हैं हमारी स्टेट में, उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि वो पीरियोडिक इंस्पेक्शंस करें, सरप्राइज इंस्पेक्शंस भी करते हैं, प्लान इंस्पेक्शंस भी करते हैं, जहाँ पे वो जाके चेक करते हैं कि एक्चुअली जितने बच्चे उनके पास सा में हैं या सीसीआई में हैं वो रजिस्टर्ड हैं कि नहीं, और अगर पाया जाता है कि वो लोग नहीं हैं तो इमीडिएटली उनके ऊपर एक्शन भी इनिशिएट किया जाता है. बट व्हाट यू आर सेइंग माइट बी ट्रू. I'm sure Saras are taking action on that. But if you have any specific information, I would request you to kindly share with us, जिससे कि हम भी अपने end से उसको follow up कर सकते हैं.
Thank you, ma'am. Taking on the next comment from Mr. Alex Sam. Very encouraging to hear the advocacy for special needs children within the country. What is the adoption procedure for Indian citizens staying in USA for work as AFA denied their request?
Yeah, unfortunately, there is an issue that we have with the US laws that they do not permit the Indians who are working or staying in US to adopt children from India. That their laws do not permit this. So we have taken this up several times with the central authorities of US that this is not a fair procedure, and this should be reviewed. So we are in touch with them and we hope to convince them at some point of time, but it's really up to them. We are constantly engaging with the central authority on this issue. It's a bit unfair, but yes, we are working on it.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question from Ms. Kanchan Agrawal. Hi, respected team. I see there are guidelines to follow for time frame after getting referral, but it is not followed at all. Why is that so? It is very heartbreaking to see you kid grow without you and wait helplessly. It's been 6 months since we got our referral and still do not know how long it will take.
Really, I don't see how that is, because it's an automatic process. In fact, अगर आप 48 आवर्स में चाइल्ड को रिजर्व नहीं करते हैं जिनके पास रेफरल गया, तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो रेफरल किसी और को चला जाता है. So I don't know what the issue might be here. You are saying you waited for 6 months. Kindly, raise your.
After referral, they are saying they have still not got the custody of the child.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they have written it's been 6 months since we got our referral and still do not know how long will it take.
But after the referral, within, as per law, within 30 days, the adoption committee, the ACM has, the adoption committee meeting has to meet, and they have to match the child with the PAP who have reserved the child, and give the child in pre-adoption foster care. If that has not happened, please let me know which is the place where this has not happened. We can take it up. I mean, it's really a long period. It should not have happened. Please raise your query, grievance at the portal. We will certainly respond to it.
I hope, ma'am, you have received your answer. We urge you again to kindly write back to us. Raise your grievance through the grievance portal on CARA website. Next question is from Miss Aarti Nayak. At what seniority do PAPs start receiving referral? We are at 120 to 130.
This is really, again, based on the preference, your preferences. It's really about preferences. Children are available on all age groups, gender, etc. from all regions. Which region you have specified, which age group you have specified, it really depends on that. Gender also.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question from Ms. Sangeeta Khurana. I saw a profile in immediate placement and subsequently came to know she has siblings. Do we need to adopt siblings together even if the age is between 12 to 18 years?
Yes. We do not separate the siblings for the simple reason that the child has already lost parents. They already do not have parents. They have only one blood relative in the world, which is a sibling. That also, if we separate those siblings, it would be extremely unfair to the child that they've lost the only blood relative that they have. So we say that siblings should be adopted together. And I think if there is a PAP who does not have biological children, it will be such a great thing to bring two children together in the house. They can be support to each other, and they would have a real bond with each other as well. And they would have a more sense of emotional security as they grow up, that at least they were not completely abandoned. They have someone in the world who's their blood relative. So yes, siblings should be adopted together. I would encourage more PAPs to adopt siblings.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question, I think it's a follow-up question from Mr. Jaydeep. He's asking, should we track state-wise seniority number or date of registration number for getting referral?
बताइए ऋतु जी.
It is basically date of registration based on which your seniority is decided. So you should follow the date of registration. But actually, it is interdependent. Date of registration and state you choose it.
It's a complex matrix, you know. I think if you have given your preferences, please wait for the referral. If you track too much, get into too much detail, you will get confused about the processes, because there are so many stakeholders here. It's a software, you know. If we get into the detail, we can explain it to you, but it will get complicated for you. So, you know, kindly wait for the referral, and do bear with us in this waiting period. You will get your turn.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is from Ms. Deeptakshi Mukherjee. Can we choose 2 or 3 states of our choice from the state clusters suggested by CARA?
Yes, you can. You can select up to 3 states from the state cluster.
It depends on where the state. We are not suggesting. We are
Based on their
Preferences.
residents.
residence. You can select up
Documents they have submitted of their residents.
Basically, you can select, the PAPs can select up to 3 states from the cluster which is available.
Up to 3.
Up to.
state cluster.
So you can either choose one cluster from wherever you have the domicile, or you can go for 2 states within that cluster. So you have the option of going for either a cluster or 2 states within that cluster. Next question is from Ms. Sangeeta Khurana. Further to my question of sibling, in immediate profile, it was not indicated she has sibling like it's indicated for others.
It might be a one-off case where there was some mistake in uploading the data. Yeah, but normally it is done. Sometimes, you know, when the SARs upload the data, they can make a mistake. It might be one such mistake, but we can rectify it if you can indicate which particular case it is.
Next question is from Mr. Hariram. Not sure why it was just said there is no such thing as hold. My profile is on hold as requested by me and confirmed by CARA over email. So my questions are, again, he's repeating those questions on the basis of his hold profile. Does HSR need to be renewed while a profile?
Well, there is no hold. I really don't know how. Kindly share your details, because there are no parents on hold.
Next question. SA and CCI can't register child, only DCPU, CWC can register now. Sir, is that a question or a suggestion? If you could please clarify. Next question is from Mr. Devanand Masand. I have registered in October 2023 from Madhya Pradesh, boy 8 to 10-year-old. When can I get the referral?
I will request all PAPs on this Facebook Live that really it is very difficult to predict, because we have to get into, as I am repeatedly saying, into your preferences, into your gender, into your state, availability of children in that state, etc. And then also the how many other PAPs have given the same preference. So it's so many variables are there based on which the waiting time is decided. But if you can check with us on the help desk, maybe we will be able to look at your particular case and let you know.
Thank you, मैम. और आई थिंक सीनियरिटी से रिलेटेड और रेफरल कब तक मिल सकता है, इससे रिलेटेड हमारे काफ़ी सारे सवाल हैं. बहुत क्वेश्चंस हम ऑलरेडी एड्रेस कर चुके हैं, और अब हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि जो और हमारे पास क्वेरीज हैं, क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं हमारे पास लिमिटेड टाइम है, सो वी वुड वांट टू टेक अप क्वेरीज ऑफ डिफरेंट नेचर सो दैट वी कैन एड्रेस अ लार्जर ऑडियंस. और आप जैसा मैम ने सजेस्ट किया, अगर आप लोगों की रेफरल रिलेटेड कोई क्वेरी है तो इंडिविजुअल सपोर्ट के लिए आप लोग प्लीज कारा हेड डेस्क को रीच आउट करें. आप क्वेरी रेज कर सकते हैं कारा पोर्टल पे भी. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो Miss Kanwali Venugopal is suggesting to kindly stick to English because she is not able to understand. And so this was her suggestion. So ma'am, as we already we started our session saying, if you have your query in whatever language, we will try to answer it in that language, because we are assuming that the person who is commenting is comfortable in that language. It would not be possible for us to give the same answer in both the languages again and again, because as we said, we have a limited time and we would like to reach out to more and more people. Next question is from Sridharan Srinivasan. If we delay our HSR revalidation by 3 months after the expiry, does it also mean our expected referral date gets delayed by 3 months?
Yes. Obviously. Yeah. Basically, unless the revalidated HSR or live HSR is available in the PAPS profile, the referral will not be done.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Next question is from Miss Meenal Mahatani. I am a single PAP living in Hong Kong with OCI card. Can I apply directly through CARA, or do I need to go through my home country? I understand CARA help oversee adoption process. Can Child Protection Unit in different Indian states help locate a child and work together with CARA to help give me a child? Can CARA request Hong Kong to do the home study? How I bring the child back to Hong Kong?
So it's the adoption regulations are very clear on the process of inter-country adoption by Indians or OCI card holders, NRIs and OCI card holders who are living abroad. Primarily, what you will have to do is that you will have to approach your, if you have been living there for over a year, that is a period of habitual residence in Hong Kong, then you have to approach your AFA, who will then initiate the process, and the entire process is done through the AFA for those Indians or OCI card holders who are staying abroad. We operate through the CARA. So the home study report is also done by the concerned AFA. They upload documents, we verify it, and then process the adoption application. Your second part of the question, that can CARA work with certain adoption, with SA and then match the child and help? No, that is not. Then it's a completely transparent process. No particular child can be identified and be given to any particular parent. It's a very, very, transparent process where referrals are automated. So if you have a preference, whatever child is available as per your preference in the queue at that point of time, when your referral period arrives, as per your seniority, the child will be referred to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
There's something to add here. If you are an OCI card holder and not a citizen of Hong Kong or China, then you also need to get a NOC from the embassy, of your country. Like if your country of your citizenship is US, UK, or whichever country, it's a Hague ratified country, then you need to get a NOC document from the embassy in Hong Kong along with your other documents.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question from Mr. Ashwani Kumar Batra. We adopted a girl child recently. Is it required when adoption order has been issued by the district magistrate? So the query is regarding the adoption deed. So they have already adopted a child and the DM has already issued the adoption order. Do they still need to go for the adoption deed?
No, not required. Adoption order is a complete order by itself. There is in fact no provision of adoption deed in any adoption which is done under the Juvenile Justice Act through CARA.
Okay, so they are saying their department is insisting upon adoption deed for inclusion of adopted child in family detail for medical benefit and pensionary purposes.
Where is that? This is in India?
Yes, I think.
Well, it's not required.
They need to send us the details.
Yeah, it is not required. I don't know why they are insisting. Adoption order is a complete document. They can refer to us if they wish.
They get
we can
the birth
reply to
certificate
that.
made and other documents that they can submit to their office.
Sir, you are saying that you have already raised your query on CARA portal. If it has already not been answered, we'll check into it. Next question is Benjamin James. Thank you for answering my question earlier about waiting for NOC. You said that you are waiting for Article 5 and some additional document. Are you referring to my specific case or generally?
Benjamin ji, we are not aware of your specific case. We are making only general, generic answers here based on the questions.
Next question from Ms. Kanchan. So ours is inter-country adoption case. Our NOC took place almost 2 months, whereas guidelines say it should be done within 2 weeks. Again, we are waiting for Article 23, and it says it should be done in 5 days from the adoption order. Our adoption order happened on 1st of August.
Conformity certificate, no.
For conformity, sir.
They're waiting.
NOC has been given. And
adoption order has
also been issued, and then conformity certificate.
I should be done.
No, that's a delay. Kindly just drop us, raise it on the portal. We will make sure that if your case is stuck somewhere, we will issue it immediately. There should not have been this kind of delay. We'll just check it and make sure that it is rectified immediately. Kindly share your details.
Ma'am, you can write to us through email or reach out to the CARA help desk, and we'll look into your case. Next question is from Ms. Ritu. Does one have to change to zone state registered in January 2022 and had given all India, single NRI PAP, single home study done? How long is my timeline?
पहले से registered है ना.
पहले से registered फिर तो change नहीं करना. Ma'am, you need not make any changes in your profile because since you registered before the notification of adoption regulations 2022, so जो भी 2017 की adoption guidelines हैं उसके हिसाब से आपका जो adoption का profile है वो run कर रहा है caring portal पे. और क्योंकि आप कह रहे हैं कि आपका second home study हो गया है और timeline क्या है, so इसके लिए again we'll have to check what preference you have given in the child preference section. Next question is from Mithilesh Yadav ji. Inter-country adoption में किसी पैप्स को special need बच्चा गोद लेने के लिए maximum कितने बच्चे हो सकते हैं? यदि कोई पैप को निर्धारित योग्यता को पूरा करते हुए adoption हेतु अप्लाई करते हैं, उसी बीच उन्हें अपना biological child हो जाता है, तो क्या उन्हें अडॉप्शन में चाइल्ड दिया जा सकता है या नहीं? यदि पैप्स को निर्धारित क्राइटेरिया से अधिक चाइल्ड हो जाए तो?
स्पेशल नीड के लिए तो नहीं है.
स्पेशल नीड एंड ओल्डर चिल्ड्रन
के लिए नहीं है.
आपकी जो क्वेरी है मिथिलेश जी, स्पेशल नीड्स बच्चों को अडॉप्ट करने के लिए कोई वो नहीं है, कोई स्पेशल कंडीशन नहीं है. अगर आपके बायोलॉजिकल चिल्ड्रन, 2 बायोलॉजिकल चिल्ड्रन हैं, तो उसके बाद आप नॉर्मल चाइल्ड को अडॉप्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं, केवल स्पेशल नीड को चाइल्ड को ही अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं और उसके लिए कोई वेटिंग पीरियड नहीं है. और अगर इस बीच में आपका बायोलॉजिकल चाइल्ड हो जाता है जैसे आपने मेंशन किया है, तो आपको उसको इन्फॉर्म करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि जैसे ही बायोलॉजिकल चाइल्ड होता है उससे क्राइटेरिया थोड़ा सा बदल जाता है.
अपडेट करना पड़ेगा.
Thank you, ma'am. We are also receiving some appreciation from our viewers, so thank you for that. Miss Leena ji is asking, is mentioning adoption necessary while applying for passport?
I think you can check that with the RPO office.
Yes, it's mandatory.
It is mandatory, but still, I mean, I would urge you to check with the RPO office. It is always good to be straight in these matters and project the correct information, because later if the passport offices get to know that this was an adopted child and there was an issue which they wanted to clarify, it would be held against you. So my request would be, kindly share the detail as it is. There is no bar or any hindrance or obstruction to issuance of passport if the child is adopted and if there is a legal adoption order.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question, I think it's a follow-up question from Mr. Alex Sam. Ma'am, thanks for answering the question. It's really unfair that USA residing Indians can't adopt from India. Can PAP come to India and complete home study and go back to USA for work and come back to complete the process after referral.
It cannot be done.
Habitual resident.
It cannot be done because of the clause of habitual residence. Basically, the clause of habitual residence says that you have to be resident in that particular country for 1 complete year for the adoption process to be initiated. But we are taking it up with US. We are in touch with them on this matter.
Thank you, ma'am. We have some individual queries related to their cases. Some are saying they have not received NOC from February, and so we would again urge you to please share your individual details on CARA help desk, so that and grievance portal. You can raise your query on the portal so that we can see the details from there. Next question is from Miss Natalia. What is the period CARA has to issue NOC? My NOC was requested 4 months ago and has not been issued. So, ma'am, I think we have already addressed this query, why NOC takes time. And for all the individual queries, I would urge, because we see there are many questions, there are around 53 questions that we have here. आप लोगों की जो भी individual case related query है, पोर्टल पर आप पोर्टल के थ्रू आप प्लीज अपना जो क्वेरी है वहां पे रजिस्टर कराएं, ताकि उसका ट्रैक भी रखा जा सके और आप सभी तक उनके जवाब पहुंचाए जा सके.
We know that this situation is general and does not occur only in our case. She's saying that.
Natalia, we know that this situation is general and does not occur only in our case.
Which one? This is the period
delay in NOC.
Delay in NOC. 4 months, ma'am.
मल्टीपल रीजंस हो सकते हैं, डॉक्यूमेंट इनकम्प्लीट है, बहुत सारी चीजें.
पहले क्यों डिटेल दे देंगे तो
नहीं, बट जनरल रीजंस क्या होते हैं आप बता दीजिए ना.
जनरल इंटरकॉन्टिनेंटल.
हाँ,
in general basically, in general there is actually, we cannot say it is a delay, but there are actually want of documents. If you are saying it's delay, actually it's not delay. Basically, there was some want of documents from our side, which is not fulfilled, and we will not say any case is delay. It is very much under process. We need to follow the hierarchy, and NOC, since it's a very utmost important document, so we need to go through it and scrutinize it at every level, and then it is issued. And each and every case is under process. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So, since we have very limited time, we would be taking last couple of questions. आप सभी के जितने भी सवाल हैं जो हम इस सेशन में नहीं ले पा रहे हैं, उन सभी के जवाब आपको कमेंट सेक्शन के थ्रू मिल जाएंगे. जो आप लोगों की इंडिविजुअल क्वेरीज हैं, जैसा कि हमने बोला है, आप कारा पोर्टल पे उसे रजिस्टर करें ताकि वहां पे आपको उनके सही जवाब मिल सकें. So, because of paucity of time, we will be taking last couple of questions, and for individual support, you can register your query at CARA portal so that we can answer it from there.
questions negative, new questions.
Yeah. So there is a suggestion from Ms. Sangeeta Khurana. MER and CSR report in some states and adoption centrist, very detailed, and some almost blank and not updated. Can there be improvement here? For reference, you can have a look at the CSR and MER of immediate placement.
Yes, I think there is much scope for improvement both in CSR reports and also in the MER reports. We are constantly talking to our agencies which prepare these reports and upload these reports to improve the quality of the report, make it more detailed. It's a genuine point that we have raised. We are working on it.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question from Chandrakala Gadia ji. Is there any time limit within which HSR should be renewed? If it is not renewed, is it right that the profile indirectly goes on hold?
Revalidation
3 years.
After 3 years, it has to
after
be done.
3 year revalidation.
How much time? 3 months.
Revalidation का time
Okay. Yeah. Okay, basically once the HSR period is over, that is once the HSR is done, it is valid for 3 years. After that, it needs to be revalidated. I would urge the PAPs that in case you have registered, your HSR was done 3 years back, kindly connect with your SA and request them to complete to revalidate the HSR, because unless the HSR is revalidated, we cannot send the referrals to the PAPs. So you may kindly connect with your to the SA where you have registered, and pursue with them to complete the revalidation of the HSR. We do it from here also. We monitor from here also. But it's a more generic thing from here because there are more number of cases. If it's your individual case, if you pursue it individually with the SA, I think it can be expedited.
Thank you, ma'am. This is going to be the last question for today's session. Ms. Sumita Ghosh is asking, this is a case of disruption. Parents are advised to contact the child SA for returning the child, but SA is not receiving the child.
So what is it?
So, in case of a disruption, their parents are told that you contact the agency of the child where they have got it from, but the SA is refusing to take back the child.
Individual case, ma'am.
Again, it's an individual case. Normally, SARS do not refuse. I mean, at least no such case has come to my knowledge in last 6 months where the SAR has refused. In fact, it's the reverse. Sometimes before the order, they take the child back from the PAP. So in your case, kindly share the details with us. We will take it up with SAR. They have to take the child back if there is a disruption.
तो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग विद अस टुडे। बहुत बड़े नंबर में हमारे साथ व्यूअर्स आज के सेशन में जुड़े, और आई थिंक ये पहली बार है जब हम अपना फेसबुक लाइव सेशन इतनी देर तक किया है, और अभी भी काफ़ी क्वेरीज हैं जो हम एड्रेस करना चाह रहे हैं। बट वो क्वेरीज जैसा हमने आपको बार बार सजेस्ट किया है कि इंडिविजुअल क्वेरीज के लिए आप कारा पोर्टल पे रजिस्टर करें और वहां से हम आपको जवाब देंगे। नाउ फॉर क्लोजिंग रिमार्क्स आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट सीईओ मैम टू प्लीज।
Thank you, Sneha, and thank you. I thank all the PAPs and other agencies and stakeholders who joined this session today. This is a very useful session for us also at CARA as well, not just for you. It's a very useful session for us. My entire team is here. We are very keen to engage with you more frequently, more deeply, so that we can hear you directly. I know that you connect with us on help desk, connect to us on our portal and through the emails, but nothing like this session. In fact, the best session is face-to-face session when we have these PAP outreach programs and we interact with you, listen to your grievances directly. But this is the next best thing, that we do a virtual session. Kindly do share your suggestions freely, your cases freely, so that we can respond to them. We are very alive to the many shortcomings that we might have in the system. It's not a perfect system. We are continuously working to improve upon it. Uh, at my own level, I look at the help desk grievances on a weekly basis, sometimes on a daily basis also. We have an entire team. We have set up a grievance section. We are redoing this whole system so that we can respond better to you. It is topmost priority that if you have a query, if you have a grievance, we respond to you to your satisfaction. Of course, there is always limitations of manpower and time and workload, etc. But we will do our best to be more responsive to you. Do feel free to join more of our sessions, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Social media.
Yeah, right. And my last request as well as a suggestion: we are expanding our social media footprint. I have strengthened my media team here, and we are trying to make sure that whatever general doubts that you have, for example, the general queries which are raised today or on the portal, we try to answer them through our social media platforms. So lot of it, lot of your questions can be answered through our social media. If you follow us on our social media platforms on X and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, then you will find that many of your queries would be answered. So I would urge you to kindly follow us on these social media platforms. We are strengthening it. You will be able to raise your queries there. I know that on my X handle, There are PAPs who have raised queries, and I saw it there, and then I referred it to the teams, to the program division, and their things got resolved. So we look at all our social media platforms very carefully, whether it is Facebook or Insta or X. And if you follow us, it will be an additional channel for you to get your information, and for us also to get your required feedback. So thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank ma'am and our expert panel for answering the queries in such simple words. And last but not the least, our viewers for keeping the session very interactive. So thank you once again for your time and participation. Namaskar.